Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 Here is the Z107.7 local news for Tuesday, October 31st, 2023. The motorcyclist killed in a crash in 29 Palms last weekend has been identified. The San Bernardino County Coroner's Office released the name of the man who lost control of his motorcycle, crashing on La Raya Avenue near 29 Palms on Saturday afternoon. Manuel Leonardo Martinez, a 60-year-old resident of 29 Palms, was traveling southbound on La Raya Avenue when sheriff's deputies report he lost control of his motorcycle and ran off the roadway into a ditch. Deputies report that he was given medical care at the scene of the crash, but was pronounced dead at a local hospital. No other vehicles were involved in the collision. The case is currently under investigation. A 29 Palms man was killed in Needles during a rollover crash earlier this month. The San Bernardino County Coroner's Office has identified Bishop Lawler, a 33-year-old resident of 29 Palms, as the deceased. The county sheriff's office reports that Lawler was involved in a single-vehicle rollover crash early in the morning of October 12th. Approximately 5.5 miles south of Interstate 40 on Kepbaker Road in Needles. He was pronounced dead at the scene. In Landers last night, about 50 people turned out for a town hall meeting on a proposed camping development that would neighbor Landers' historic Integratron. Reporter Mike Lipsitz was there and files this report.
The proposed project consists of 6 geodesic domes, each with an outdoor deck and hot tub. Each dome would accommodate 6 guests and 2 dogs. A separate communal dome, swimming pool, bocce court, and horseshoe pit would also be squeezed onto the 2.5-acre site. Community concerns raised at the meeting included resulting dust, noise, and light pollution, in addition to traffic and the project's location in an established wildlife corridor. The proposed project would be off-grid through the use of solar power, with backup power provided by electric generators, located adjacent to the Integratron, which is Landers' only site listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Co-owner of the Integratron, Nancy Carl, addressed the crowd about the inappropriateness of the project, saying, "We want to protect not only the Integratron, but also the residential quiet here." More information may be found at saveourdeserts.org. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
In other development news, the people behind a proposed resort in 29 Palms are holding a meeting tomorrow evening to introduce their plans to members of the community. Called Yonder, developers are proposing an all-cabin resort on 29 Palms Highway and Lear Avenue near Indian Cove. The team behind Yonder is eager to answer questions about the proposed campsite, which will feature a number of rental cabins. The meeting begins at 5:30 p.m. at the 29 Palms Elks Lodge, located at 6501 Barranca Street in 29 Palms. The Morongo Unified School District Board of Trustees will be holding a special meeting tomorrow at 1 p.m. in Joshua Tree Elementary's multi-purpose room. The meeting's purpose? To appoint a new board member. Assignment reporter Gabriel Hart has the meeting's agenda for us today.
To fill a vacancy left by former board president Kathy Nelson, the board will go through the necessary protocol to select a seat of trustee area 2. Starting the meeting with public comments, the board will then conduct interviews of all potential appointees, followed by their official selection, then a swearing in of the new board member into office. Reporting for Z107.7, this is assignment reporter Gabriel Hart.
The Morongo Basin Orchid Festival is not only a favorite event of orchid enthusiasts and botanists, it also serves as a major fundraiser for high desert nonprofit organizations. Though results are still coming in from the gathering of nonprofit organizations, Chris and Kelsey Gubler of Gubler Orchids announced this week that the festival raised nearly $40,000 for local nonprofits. The fundraiser, which is run in collaboration with the Yucca Valley Sunset Rotary, sees organizations awarded Rotary Bucks by festival attendees. The organizations with the most Rotary Bucks get an additional amount of funding, but all nonprofits raise funds through the event. Kelsey Gubler said this year was the first time that 8 nonprofits raised over $1,000. The Joshua Tree No Kill Shelter received the most Rotary Bucks and was awarded $4,000. Boys and Girls Club of the High Desert came in second and received $3,680. And much to the delight of the Orchid Festival founder, Chris Gubler, Landers Elementary came in third and received a check for $1,000. Today is Halloween, and it's a big day for celebrating the spooky season. Online news editor Robert Hayden joins us to discuss trunk-or-treating and other events happening around the Morongo Basin today and this evening.
Although we have pretty distinct neighborhoods here in the high desert, old-fashioned trick-or-treating isn't always guaranteed. COVID put a dent in door-to-door candy solicitation, and to put plainly, neighborhoods don't have as many full-time residents as they used to. Trunk-or-treats have quickly become the norm for kids to get candy while in costume, and there are plenty of possibilities for sweet-toothed sugar seekers as we come up on the Halloween weekend. We've compiled a list of trunk-or-treat happenings around the Morongo Basin, starting on Friday and going through to Halloween night on Tuesday. Just head to Z107.7fm.com/Halloween or click the little pumpkin at the top menu. If you do head out into your neighborhood on Halloween night to spread the spooky spirit and do some traditional trick-or-treating, be safe and drive extra slow with your head on a swivel. Desert ghosts and ghoulies can be hard to see in the dead of night. Reporting for Z107.7 News out of Joshua Tree, California, I'm Robert Hayden.
And for our older Halloween revelers, the Yucca Valley Senior Center will host their annual Halloween costume dance party today from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Senior Center. A costume contest will be held and prizes will be awarded for most creative and best all around. This is completely free, so come visit and attend the Senior Center Halloween party. With Theater 29 charging full steam ahead toward the holiday opening of A Charlie Brown Christmas in December, the Thespians are offering a little treat this weekend. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas says you should not miss this heavenly bit of comedy from the master.
Theater 29 will be hosting a staged reading performance of Neil Simon's classic comedy, God's Favorite, the weekend of November 4th and 5th. A fundraiser for Theater 29, the story is a modern riff on the biblical story of Job. As a successful Long Island businessman, Joe Benjamin has it all. Wealth, a lovely home, a demanding wife, ungrateful children, and wisecracking household employees. In comes Sidney Lipton, also known as a messenger from God, and a compulsive film buff, with a mission: test Joe's faith and report back to the boss. The jokes and the tests of faith fly fast and furious as Neil Simon spins a contemporary morality play like none other in this hilarious comedy. Tickets are available now at theater29.org/tickets for two performances, Saturday, November 4th at 7 p.m. and Sunday, November 5th at 2:30 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
And finally, a healthcare counselor will be holding 2 Medicare clinics at the 29 Palms Senior Center in November. Organized by the Health Insurance Counseling and Advocacy Program, these 2 events will help senior and disabled residents of the high desert get medical coverage through Medicare. A counselor will be available to help individuals understand benefits and enrollment, along with other plans and policies. These events are being organized through Reach Out Morongo Basin and the 29 Palms Senior Center. For more information, call 760-361-1410. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear news happening, let us know about it. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z1077 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmetz.